Size. It does in fact matter, but size is a funny thing. Sometimes you want to be big, like the big boy I am today. But smaller has its benefits, like small hands perfect for reaching into oysters for rubies and gems. But when does size not matter? The size of one's heart? Unless you're begging for cardiac issues, it does matter. Size of your house. I'm no Polly Pocket in a tiny dollhouse or mighty minotaur minding myself in a monstrous maze. Size of the dark cloud looming over my head every day, raining anxiety down on my dome, and every night filling my sleep with eyeless evil ghost nuns on all fours acting like dogs. For real, I dream about that. Size does matter, no matter what people tell you, especially if your name is Turbine and we're talking about the size of your nerd stick. My name is James.
I'm Melzer.
And this is Mostly Lovin' Lucha. Hey guys, like I said, my name is James, and if you're listening to this, you're in for a good day. A good hour and a half, maybe, I don't know. Hey, Melzer, yeah, guess what, guys? There's no Nicole in here, and when Nicole's away, the boys do play. Melzer, how you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, that's great. Melzer, do you want to introduce?
That just exploded out.
Yeah, it did. It's excitement. We have a new person in. Melzer, would you like to introduce this person?
I think she is capable of introducing herself.
Well, no, you say, and today you know them from the beefiest juggalos you know. Yeah, that muscular clown collective. They're comedians. You love them. You know them from things such as
The Street Wizard's Apprentice and Todd Grobin's Going Away Party, soon to come out.
Oh, man, the pilot episode is so good. For real, guys, watch that. It's so good. And who do we have on today's episode?
I'm Katie.
Yeah, Katie's in the house. Katie, how do you know this jabroni over here? I'm kidding, you're not a jabroni.
I tricked him into working with me. And that's how. I a couple of years ago, I was like, hey, you guys want a producer? I could do that. And Melzer's like, okay.
That makes it sound, it was much more like, hey, I see that your organization is falling apart. Do you want me to fix that?
That was not it at all.
Oh, shoot. Should I try and do that? Hey, Melzer, do you need a full-time rapper in your collective?
We do.
We kind of do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did it. Hey, Dad, I know you're not listening. Fuck you. I made it.
So my dad has recently have been like, Dad, I hope nobody that I work with listens to this. I was like, Dad, I think I'm going to transition into being a full-time producer. He's like, is that a job?
Yes.
And I'm like, it's exclusively a job.
I actually have the opposite. When I told my dad, hey, I want to start being a rapper, he said, don't you want to be more of a producer? And that is a for real conversation I had with my dad at 13. He said the producers, they're in the studio and then they get to leave and make a lot of bank, James.
I'm not sure what happened. My dad constantly wants to remind me that the TSA is hiring. Like, no matter what I do, or like, Dad, I just got a new job. And he'll be like, oh, that's great. But you know, the TSA is hiring. And it's...
My dad does a similar thing, at least used to. He's now, what's the word I'm looking for?
Supportive?
No, I mean, yes, but also he has come to grips that this is the life I'm choosing. He would always bring up, hey, the Dakotas, a lot of oil's coming out of there. They're, they need more men working on the oil fields. Then you read about it and it's like, oh, there are people burning alive out there, Dad. Why would you want that for your son? Do some research. Also, you have to work like 28-hour days.
It pays really well, right?
Yes, it does.
Assumingly? Yeah.
I think it's probably from a lot of overtime from working 28-hour days. It's bad. There's not even that many hours in a day.
No.
Are they in a time warp?
They probably are. It's oil.
Yeah.
Oh, man. They're from...
it's the sweetest thing on earth.
They're from Transylvania. What's the thing I'm looking for with the time warp? You put your knees and you do the pelvic...
You were in musical theater?
Yeah, but like one of my blind spots is Rocky Horror Picture Show. I have never seen it.
Oh.
Yeah, because
Do they hate you because of that? All the others?
all the others hate me. No, I also went to a Baptist musical theater school.
Oh, yeah, you're not getting that at all.
Cross-dressing, get out of here.
When we did Urinetown, the president of my college refused to see it because of the title.
That's so dumb.
I know.
Is it a provocative musical?
No, it's about people having to pay to go to the bathroom and about oppression from the government. And our president was like, no, this is too risque. They say urine.
They also say, I was just about to say something that would spoil the episode summary. But also, guys, I think it's Transylvania, or that's the planet they're from in Rocky Horror.
I believe you.
Yeah.
If you say something with authority these days, then that means you're right.
Guys.
It is Transylvania, the planet.
Yeah, it's something along those lines. I have a computer in front of me, but I don't want to look it up. Hey, guys, don't at me. Bada bing. All right, guys. Today we watched Los Luchadores, and it's your first time watching this. What'd you think, Katie?
Oh my gosh. There was so much to think. First, like, what a color explosion. Second, like, I am so glad that I think slowly as a society, we're moving beyond just having women be set pieces constantly.
Yeah, I honestly thought Maria was going to be the one to defeat the bad guy at the end. Absolutely not. Because they were shrunk. We'll get into it further, but it was so dumb.
Other show would have tried that. Like, I feel like if Power Rangers was setting this up, it would have happened that way.
Yeah.
I was really baffled that it didn't happen.
Yes.
Even Digimon did it.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
Even Digimon.
Digimon's woke, guys.
That's a pull quote from today's episode. Digimon is woke. That's the title of this episode.
Boom.
For real, that is the title.
I can't wait. That's great.
Digimon's woke, guys. Okay, so I have an episode summary. Feel free to punch in with anything you want. Just who cares?
Great.
All right. Today we watched episode 6 of Los Luchadores entitled The Whelp Strikes Back. And just like Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, your boy here shouldn't have watched it as a kid. The episode starts off with Maria squaring off in the ring against Betty the Bruiser on Ladies' Night.
Ladies' Night.
A gross concept created by men to bring in women to their establishment so they think they have a better chance of getting their peepees poked. Because that's what dudes really want, their peepees poked. Not knowing Katie, just so you know, as I was writing this, I was like, this might not play over well.
And
But
yet, here
because
we are.
You really believe that that's what men want.
Yes.
Yeah, I can
I've
tell.
seen that movie, What Men Want.
That's actually that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
It's just
Taraji P.
penises just
Yeah.
getting rapidly poked.
Poke them peas.
Yeah, that's Taraji P. Henson's just poking a bunch of penises.
Or is it just one, it's like a bukkake type setting where it's just a bunch of women poking, or men poking penises?
Whoever wants to poke a penis, go for it.
I'm trying to think like a Dragon Ball Z style fighting, but it's just poking someone's penis.
Yes.
All right.
You heard it. Animate it.
Or Nicole, draw it up. We'll make a GIF out of it. We'll do like a flipimation from Captain Underpants. We'll do one of those things of just rapidly poking. All right, let me get back into this.
This is all super hot.
But this match is off the freaking chain because Maria does some high-flying luchador stuff like Rey Mysterio does.
That the dude, one of the dudes who coached her, he wants to make a point that he taught her how to do it, which
he didn't.
because
Turbine's a fuck boy.
Well, he probably gets his pee-pee poked a lot.
Oh yeah, he does. No, he doesn't.
All right.
If that's what men want, he is not getting his pee-pee poked.
He just doesn't get what people want.
All right. Except Rey Mysterio can't do moves like the scissor takedown in fear of getting his pee-pee mashed on a man's muscle. Men don't want that. They want their pee-pees poked by a man's muscles, not mashed. Hey, it's time for a choose your own adventure, Katie and Melzer. To keep hearing pee-pee poke jokes throughout the summary, flip to page 1616. P is the 16th letter in the alphabet. For a summary without any mention of pee-pees, or heck, maybe a lady's pee-pee, Turn to page 01100110000. Binary is so boring. So what page are you guys going to flip to?
I'll let you decide.
I can't tell which one sounds more interesting. I like, what is there a choice of both?
Yes, there is. Okay, so if you want to hear page...
So we're both going to hear and not hear something?
Yeah, you're going to hear both of them. That's actually how this was set up. Say you want 1616.
Yes.
We want 16,
that's what we
16.
want.
Oh, yes, page 1616 it is. You want to head over to the other page real quick, though?
Yes.
All right, this is what it would be in quotes. Gnarly choice. Turning to page 01100111000 now. For more of the summary, just watch the show on YouTube, Die Ranger. And that's just how it would have ended, so I'm glad you guys didn't pick that.
We just got bandersnatched.
Ooh, man, they got sued, I think. Someone said they stole the choose your own adventure idea, which is dumb.
It was Larissa.
That is a fucking mechanic of writing. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then sue Scholastic because they had that game on lock, guys.
Ooh.
I once got all of those Goosebump books in a big old collection, but by the time I got them, it took them so long that the teacher, my third grade teacher, had to bring them to my house during summer vacation, and I just had no interest in them anymore. So I did not read any of them. You want to know who was upset? My dad. Oh, man. My
I think
dad's
he knew
upset.
you were a future not producer.
Yeah.
Or oil rigger.
Produce that oil.
Oh.
I think
He
he
wants
was...
me to just produce everything. He says, stop co-hosting podcasts, James. You don't need 4 of them. Just produce them. Yeah, I wish my dad would have told me that. Or no, I would have just gone against his wish. And I would have said, screw you, Dad. I'll do what I want.
This podcast hosting is a sweet, sweet rebellion.
It is. All right. But good thing you guys chose 1616. Maria wins her match after pinning Betty like the Princess Betty she is because Maria is queen. Yeah, you live and die in L.A., Tupac? I live and die for my Queen Maria. After screaming that Turbine is no king, just a sheep in a faw crown that is actually frosted tips, they're more than bad. They're awful.
And they're his real hair.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, we could see his scalp.
Unless it's a real top-notch wig, which...
I doubt it.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I was about to say.
All the money
man.
went to the wig.
All the money went to the wig, which they could have just covered it up with a mask, but they wanted to be cool.
Yeah.
Where am I at, guys? Frosted tips are more than bad. They're awful. Maria meets a man with all the right stuff. Hot looks, British accent, and a pee-pee urging to be poked. You can see it through his pants. He then asked Maria to be a centerpiece of a photo essay. I once did a photo essay in high school. I took photos of the disease and issues caused by the pollution in a relatively unknown Japanese city. Before I could turn in the essay, though, some dude comes jumping out of a damn portal, spritzes a lemon wedge in my face, screams, "I'm Eugene Smith, bitch," takes my essay and jumps back into the portal. Got a dang F on that project. I'm just referencing something no one knows. I didn't even know before I Googled photo essay. What is that? But Maria takes him up on the offer while Turbine and Lobo investigate some Bone Warriors robbing an auto shop. Bone Warrior is my favorite black metal band. You know them. They're from Norway, probably. Google it. There was at a job I had that did emails. We would get emails coming in from someone, and there was an email address of asking for their order. It was Bone Collector 69.
Nice.
Yeah.
But Collector only had one L in it, so it was all wrong. Ooh, that's a great email. Hey, guys, I didn't give the @ because I don't remember what it is, but hey, Bone Collector 69, if you're listening to this, what up? All right, where was I at? Melzer, where was I? The Bone Collector.
There you go.
Or no, Bone Warrior. They find out the whelp, a cold, shivering chihuahua trying to take over the world, is looking to use shrinking technology to take over said world and make his pee-pee look bigger in relation to everyone else's. Turbine is upset that everyone is more focused on the whelp because he's more worried about Maria on a date with a man he claims to be a chump. Too bad it isn't one to no one. That isn't a typo. I just don't know how to word what I'm trying to say. But Dirk, the photo man, has a surprise for Maria. Ay, Chihuahua. It's that he's evil, working for the whelp, and they've made a cyber clone of Maria. That's right, guys. Can we say twins?
No.
Did we have to?
We don't. Okay, so that's the only other reaction I wanted from you guys is to start singing the song that's from. Do you guys?
Sister, don't run much I missed you. That?
No, it's from a beer commercial.
If you give Katie any cue to sing, she will.
Doesn't
matter what the song is.
I have a musical theater degree.
Hey, you can sing. Oh no, the theme song wasn't on this episode. I would have loved to hear you do a rendition of that.
Maybe next time.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll learn it.
Hey guys, that's a promise. That's a verbal agreement we got. But you guys don't know that beer commercial? It's just a guy saying things he loves, and then he goes, "And twins."
Oh, I
And
do.
then-
I recall that.
I do not.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
I'll show you the video after this, Melzer. And then some twins show up. But Lobo and Turbine head to the whelp's lair and sneak in by way of a Twisted Metal Small Brawls DLC. Guys, Ludacris is really good and deserves to be in the conversation with other hip-hop greats.
Yes.
I'm listening to him while writing this. That's the only reason I put that in. The whelp knows Lobo and Sidekick are there after seeing their terrifying and somewhat insensitive RC car and naps them. Or nabs them. Kidnap, I don't know what I was trying to write. Shrinks them down and then kennels them. The whelp sure does have a Neapolitan complex. I don't see the issue. Just eat all 3 flavors, dude. Yum, yum, yum. But in a turn of events that we think Maria will save the day without any help from a man, but no, this was made in 2000. Lobo and Turbine grow big boy again, lay a beat down to the whelp in a mecha suit, and Maria's clone dies from wet butt.
I would just like to point out also that all of this would have been averted if she regularly was expected to fight crime with them.
Yeah. She would have went to all of these places, or if she has a comlink, they could have just told her, or maybe she doesn't.
She doesn't. Only they do. I noticed that and I was like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Laurette, get off your ass and make her a comlink. Or maybe Turbine makes those too, which would make more sense. Turbine is actually
tech
very
guy.
smart. It's
Great.
Yeah, it's bonkers. Hey, Turbine, quit being a fuck boy.
Turbine's the one with the spikes?
Yes.
Okay.
Turbine's the one that looks like Turbine.
Yeah.
Great. Got it.
In the end, Maria clearly has a concussion or psychological trauma because she might have a crush on Turbine. Die Ranger. Yes. So, guys,
Oh.
Katie, what did you think? Would you want to watch more episodes of this?
I think I'd watch at least 2 more episodes of this
Verbal agreement, 2 more episodes.
because I'm interested in the arc, and I'm also I'm fascinated by how female characters are treated in children's shows, especially in the past, because that's the kid shows that were around when I was watching kids shows. And
She's trying to pretend that she was a kid in 2000.
I was a kid. I wasn't a teenage girl.
Well, I was both.
Great.
You can be both.
You can be both.
I'm trying to think of how old I was, but I bet even if I was... How old was I? How old were we when this?
2000?
Yeah.
I mean, in 2000, I was 13, 14.
I was 9 and
Yeah.
10.
I was still lonely and sad enough to be watching this.
I watched Teletubbies till it was not cool. And I also was not cool. And I played with Barbies and Beanie Babies until I got made fun of and had to tell my brothers. I was like, I can't play with you anymore because I have to be cool now. And they were like, what?
I had a similar thing. I was watching Digimon and playing with Digimon toys, and this was middle school, and my friend surprised me and came over, and my parents just let them in. And then they just came in and I was there with like toys all sprung out and the show on. And they were just like, so sad. They didn't like outwardly make fun of me, but I could tell that they were like, this is what you do?
All of my friends liked Digimon.
I should have hung out with your friends.
Well, one of them wasn't a great friend though, because he would play Mega Man Legend for 3 hours while I was over there. I'd say, "Hey, can I have a try?" "No, thank you." I bring up this situation a lot because it really defined what a friendship was to me. So I would just hang out with his older sister who was watching Sailor Moon, illegally pirated Sailor Moon, might not have even had subtitles. She downloaded from LimeWire.
Nice.
And it was great. That was so much better than hanging out with him, watching him play Mega Man Legends.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
He sounds like a shitty person.
Hey, Brent Kavolchek, I hope you're having fun playing Kingdom Hearts 3 right now. I bet you're not letting anyone else get that controller. Ooh, heating on him.
Burn.
Hurricane Rata slam.
He's fun, though. I enjoyed him.
Until until you outgrew him.
Yeah, it's Digimon related. We were playing Digimon World 3, and I had a Game Shark, and I said, hey, there's codes for Digimon World 3 on here that you can be like level 99, whatever the top level was. And he said, oh, that's great. He agreed to do this. This is on him. Yes, I still felt bad, but I'm not taking any blame for it. He does the Game Shark. He starts playing it. The game freezes. His save gets corrupted, and he has to start over again.
Oh.
Yeah. He probably put like 20, 30 hours into the game already.
I feel that. That's how I feel about my Sims that I lost.
Tell the story.
Yes. So I just recently purchased The Sims 4 with the celebrity expansion pack because
Of course.
Yes. I found that most of my free time was taken up with doing work, and I needed something that was not watching TV, but was purely a joy experience for me. So I was like, I'm going to buy myself The Sims. So I put like 25 hours into this Sims game. And then I was like, oh, I should update my computer. Then like this Sims will run better. And so I updated my computer, and then like it moved the folder where everything was saved somewhere else. And like the game can no longer like access my saved game. So I like lost my game that I had spent 25 hours on. But I started in a new game, and it's a person that I'm not projecting my exact self onto. So I'm having more fun because she's being a slut.
That's what you should. That's what The Sims is for.
I know. Yes.
I thought it was just for trapping people in rooms until they died.
That once you get bored. So that's my trajectory with The Sims is like, okay, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it until it's like no longer fun. And then once it's no longer fun, I'm going to try to kill them.
Yep. I really like the organizing the house part of it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm instantly just not interested and I want to murder them.
I've never played it.
Ooh.
I was very into Sim City and things like Roller Coaster Tycoon because, there was money involved and you could do these bigger things. The Sims always interested me, but not enough to start playing it. My sister, however, her and her friend exclusively talked in Somalian or whatever, like Simish, whatever it is. And they didn't know what they were saying, but neither did we.
I love that. And also I feel like The Sims are a socially acceptable way for adults to play again, like they did with dolls.
Oh, yeah. Melzer, you play with dolls?
Yeah.
Hey, Melzer, who cares?
Yeah.
You play with some wrestling dolls?
I wish I still had mine. I did do those Morphbots toy commercials. So
Do you still have those?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
God. So I started watching Juco B-Fighter.
How's that?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
When it started and the intro theme came on, I looked at Nicole and said, oh man, Brian had to watch 50 of these without subtitles like we have.
Brian hated it.
Yeah. Have you seen Juco B-Fighter?
I haven't.
Oh, you should. It's finally being subtitled.
Finally.
Yeah.
After all this time?
Yes. Since 95, it's never been subtitled.
Oh my God.
Katie's been holding out for this moment.
I have. This is what I've been thank you.
Are you ever upset when he branches off out of Muscular Clown?
This is where this gets really like Mark Maroney and we get super personal.
This is the only question I had written down.
No, because it's important to do the stuff that makes you happy, and none of us are getting paid, so who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
are you ever like, Melzer, you gotta pick up the pace, and you ever have to crack the whip at him?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you surprised with like, because you've told me you guys work at a very slow pace, were you surprised on the extremely fast turnaround I had for that song I made for you guys?
Yeah.
Because
Honestly,
it was like under a week.
That was
like
impressive.
We commissioned another song like months ago.
Yes.
And yours was like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was also like a 4-bar verse. That took the longest. Oh, so Nicole, my girlfriend, co-host of this, she has never listened to DMX. So
Not even that one song?
What song?
Not even
X gon' give it
I mean, she has heard it, but she's never like put headphones on, and so all of a sudden, so I'm recording in the closet. She's out here on her computer, and I start doing the bark noises, but at first they sound like a little dog doing them. I messed up. I'm like, arf, arf. And I'm like, oh no. Like, yes, it is a comedy show, but I need to make sure to be serious within this.
Thank you.
So I have to stop it. It was also peaking on the mic because it's very loud. And I like go out and I say, hey, Nicole, did that make you laugh? And she's like, no, what the fuck are you doing? And I said, DMX barks in his songs. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, he thinks he's a dog. And she's like, no, I thought you were like having a stroke in there. So then I had to, she really didn't think I was having a stroke. Melzer looked very concerned. Also, you should be if that's what Nicole thinks a stroke is.
That's more what I was concerned about. It's like, that is not one of the signs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these dogs are having strokes.
Man, there are dogs everywhere having strokes left and right.
Smelling toast.
Is that
That is one of them.
Yes.
If
I thought it
someone's
was
like, I
heart
smell
attack.
toast. Maybe it is heart attack.
I don't know. Hey guys, don't add us on that.
We're not doctors.
I never claimed to be.
No.
We're not like Dr. Dre claiming to be a doctor.
I don't think he claims that.
Oh, every time he says I'm Dr. Dre, PhD.
Oh, I think it's a metaphorical PhD.
Every
Okay.
time he's on an airplane and someone has an accident and they're like, is there a doctor? He stands up and explains it for a minute before an actual doctor can get to the patient.
Yes.
Yeah.
He sees someone like trying to plug in the headphones to the airplane, and he's like, hey, I'm actually that kind of doctor.
Yeah, let me get in on this.
And then he says, oh, wait, no, these aren't Beats by Dre. I can't help you. I cannot be seen touching other headphones.
And that's just good brand strategy.
It is.
Yeah.
Every single music video of any Aftermath artist, there is always a tasteful zoom in of someone putting on headphones, taking their hands off the headphones, and it has the Beats by Dre logo.
That's just called late stage capitalism.
Ooh.
Man, guys, Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre, they have it on lock.
Yep. Have you seen the documentary on HBO about Jimmy Iovine?
I have not, but I want to.
Fascinating fella. Fascinating fella.
Is he really?
Oh, yeah.
Do they talk about Tom Petty at all?
Yes.
Yes. I only know he produced some Tom Petty albums.
They talk about Tom Petty and Bruce Springsteen.
Nice.
And Bruce Springsteen and Patti Smith.
Did he produce it? Well, I mean, it's under Interscope. He had to have produced some Marilyn Manson stuff.
Yeah, they talk about Marilyn Manson. Which actually,
I gotta see this.
Watching that got me into Marilyn Manson because I grew up a very Christian child. And I was like, Marilyn Manson, he is the devil's work. And I listened to Marilyn Manson. I'm like, this is really good.
Yes.
This is the devil's work.
Yeah.
On our Valentine's Day episode, we discussed Nicole does not see the appeal of Marilyn Manson. And I'm like, he's so good. He has a great voice. He hits the notes he needs to hit. I mean, he's not trying to do like some Harmar superstar level stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows Harmar.
I love Harmar.
Do you know Harmar?
No.
He's good.
You'd
Oh,
love
he did
Harmar.
the
All right.
new Mystery Science Theater theme.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yes, that is him. Because he's from Minnesota. I guess that's why.
Great.
His voice is so shocking when you see him. Like, he looks like the substitute teacher you hate. Like, he's just this kind of like squat little Danny DeVito man. But
Yeah.
when his like voice comes out, it's like the most sexual voice you've ever heard.
I love that.
It's crazy.
He looks like the critic. You
Yeah,
know that
exactly like the
cartoon?
critic.
Yes.
Yeah,
Got it.
That's how he explains himself as well.
that's perfect.
I saw him once in concert and was very bummed. He was having a bad like allergies from pollen and stuff, so he could only do like 5 songs and had to leave.
Aw.
It was upsetting. But guys, we should get I don't even know how we got on all these topics. Yeah, let's go into our notes.
Notes.
No.
So wait, you were already hitting us with your thoughts on the female in these shows.
Yes.
So
I mean, I was
it
just
clearly holds up to your bar, right?
definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly how women should be portrayed in every piece of art, as a side piece or prop or set dressing that is there to hold up a dog on a pillow.
That's what those whelpettes do, and exclusively that.
Yeah. Also, the dog is sexually attracted to human women.
Oh my God, yeah.
So I will have a counterpoint on this. I think it's because it's called a cat fight. That's the only reason he was like, ooh, it's a cat fight.
But hold up. Katie didn't see the episode beforehand when there were two other women and they were like almost clearly streetwalkers.
Oh, yes.
And were roped in. And in that one, he also made a bunch of weird sexual
he
innuendo.
did. He said, ooh, give me some kibbles, baby.
Yeah. So I don't think it was just a cat pun.
Yeah, you're right. I have all those written down somewhere.
Yeah, the cat fight was something introduced to me as a young child because of my parents. Like, they didn't let me watch a lot of stuff, but they let me watch Seinfeld, which was weird. But there's a whole like Seinfeld arc about like, you know, two women fighting in a cat fight, and like, why do dudes like it? It's because like the women might kiss each other or something.
Hey guys, in a cat fight, women have never kissed each other.
Also, like, it's just a fight. Like, people fighting is just a fight.
I mean, every time I'm watching boxing between two burly men, I'm hoping they'll kiss.
Yeah. That's
Get
the
it,
outcome.
guys.
That's the outcome of a lot.
Yeah. My husband has like this like desire in his mind for Melzer and our other colleague Drew to kiss each other. He's like, it would just be so nice to look at.
Maybe one day.
You want to know what? Write it into a script.
Yes.
Drew is one of the writers of our comedy production team, and one of the lines in this show sounded like it was ripped right out of his scripts, and it was, what is this dude from Planet Chump?
Oh, yes, I have so many of the things down that he has chump. He's constantly calling Dirks Layden.
He's actually like coming up with cuck. He's like the person who invents it, but first he had to start with chump a whole bunch, and then he's going to develop it into...
Yes.
Well, cuck's been around forever.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, it's cuckold.
Well, I know the full word. I didn't know it was like cut in half and then used as a...
That might be like a porn term that they started using for cuck.
Gotcha.
And then
See, I always tell people I need to watch more porn.
They're calling
For
people...
research.
Yeah.
They're calling people cuck when cuck's a loving thing. It's, you know... It's two people saying, hey, we got to invite a third in here. That's loving.
The more you know.
Yeah, that is loving. We've got so much love to give. We need another person.
Exactly. Hey, guys, you call me a cuck? I just know I got a lot of love.
You call me a cunt, I just know that means I'm strong and better than you.
Yeah.
Or we're in England and it has a different connotation.
Like a fanny.
Oh, I think it's like a friend.
Cunt?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think it's like they're like
it's turned into...
Yeah. I think originally it was like an insult, but now it's become like you douchebag in a friendly way.
All
Yeah.
right.
At least that's what they called me, a cunt, a lot, and I have to take it that way.
I would hope. That,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I have so many friends.
Oh, man, I wish I felt that way in middle school when everyone was calling me the F word.
Oh. Friend?
No.
Oh.
The F word that, you know, like I'll say fuck, but the other one...
Yeah. They
you
meant
kiss
it.
one boy to kiss another girl, and all of a sudden you're labeled the F word.
Okay, that's already a more fascinating story than the one we're trying to dissect.
I thought I told you that on another podcast.
Maybe? We've been on a lot
Yeah.
at this point.
Kissing people's fun. It doesn't matter who they are.
Especially if you're trying to kiss a girl.
If that's what you like to kiss.
I do.
So, Ladies' Night worked, because the last episodes I saw, you could tell there were like 3 people in the crowd. And they cut to a shot of the biggest arena I've ever seen with the most amount of people. And now my mic will be perfect. And I just thought that was fascinating. It was the only difference was that they announced it was Ladies' Night.
There, on all the other episodes, I don't know if they do it, but other episodes have shown a zoom out.
Oh,
and
that
it's just
shot?
so many people
Yeah.
in the crowd.
It's like the largest stadium ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is the formula of this show that they start with a lucha fight?
Yes.
And then there is some sort of crime they have to solve?
Absolutely.
And then then, you know, all the complications with that. And then the end?
Yep. And usually like the final takedown of the bad villain is a move they used or were trying to perfect in the ring earlier.
Ah, got it.
That didn't happen in this one, though.
I don't think it did. Oh, yeah, because Maria wasn't there.
I also get the vibe that they don't know much about wrestling because in the first wrestle, there was a pin, like it was a victory by pin, but it was during an armbar submission, which would not be a pin.
Yeah, it would.
Want to point that out?
Yes, I even noticed that too.
Jeez. Come on.
Yeah, she would have had to tap out.
Exactly.
Well, could you, if you had like really strong legs, you could pin a child that way.
Maybe.
I never feel more powerful than when I'm fighting children.
Yeah.
All right, what do we have with notes, guys? Yeah, we're 30 minutes in, but we're getting in notes.
I really liked how what was the Vanguardia? Is that the shrinky stuff?
Yes.
Oh, I did not write that down.
I think it's like Vanguardia. It looked like gack. In a little tube. And I really like that they're like, it's gonna do something terrible. It shrinks you.
But if you do think about it, it would be terrified. You would be terrified if you shrunk.
That's true.
Yeah, sure.
But it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's not as climactic as it should have.
It doesn't
been.
like kill people. It just makes them small.
So my issue isn't that makes them small. Well, like the whelp needs to pick a lane. He like invents shrink technology. He invents a perfect clone that can walk into a room and like infiltrate anywhere. He has all these like bone bombs.
He has a Pacific Rim robot.
And at the end, he's got a mech suit. Like, if he just leaned into his resources into one of these plans, he might have won. But no, he spread it out. Like if you shrink everybody, you're doing the shrink plan. Why then set up a bomb, leave them there, and then leave when you could just have eaten them or stepped on them?
Yeah, or shrunk them even more.
Yeah.
However, with that illustration that they did, it said like the ray would only make you go down to like 10% your size.
Right.
Which you guys all laughed at, which I'm glad. I'm glad you guys had as much fun as you did watching this.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I love this show. We had Betty the Bruiser had a piñata skirt, which was a nice touch, but also not.
Yes. Also, okay, so this like Lucha community, I like that everybody they're like, we're going to the fucking arcade in our fucking masks and we're never taking them off and we probably all have a fungus under here. I love it.
Oh, they probably do if they're wearing that often.
Or they'll probably all have like acne. If they don't like regularly clean them, do they sleep in them? I want to know more about like, when do they take these off?
Skincare in the Lucha community.
Yes.
Maybe underneath the mask it has like an exfoliating rub. So all you have to do is kind of just shake your face a little bit. And then they probably have like blow dryers to blow dry their mask after a shower.
You think they shower with the mask on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they do everything with the mask on.
Everything mask on.
Got it. Okay. All right.
They're like a serial killer. They always have that mask on.
I have another question about Maria. So does she always wear that same outfit?
No. Melzer he loved a previous outfit she was wearing. She had a like bedazzled heart around her belly button.
Oh, right. Oh, that was... I've never almost had my dick vomit, but that was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
I thought it was attractive. That's just what if Nicole had that, I'd say, yes, thumbs up.
I mean, that's all very subjective, It's what does that person feel powerful in? And then like, if you are into that, great.
Yeah.
But I was also like, I ask because like with the robot clone, like how did they source her clothes? How long were they working on the clone? Like so many questions.
The clone's the best thing they had going for them. Like, why bother doing the shrink thing if you could just infiltrate a couple of places with clones like this?
And then like you body
control the
snatch
city.
people.
Yeah.
Like you take people of influence that you can clone and then you put your clone out there and that's how you gain power.
Right. An earlier episode had the mayor. Do that to the mayor.
Yeah.
Instant control of the city.
This is for our gritty reboot. We were talking about this. Just make clones, murder the original person. You don't have to worry about that. You have leverage with the clone.
Yes.
Right.
Because then if you're like, oh my God, this clone thing wasn't doing well, I'll kidnap the clone, make it seem like that, and then just clone for ransom. I get a bunch of money.
Yeah. And then I'm always so flabbergasted by these evil villains who have all this technology and like mastermindedness at their fingertips. and they are just focusing on the city in which they live.
Right.
And that is it. And they don't think globally.
Yeah, like Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb, he thought tri-state area. So at least he branched out a little bit more.
Yeah, it's like they are all like high school touring ska bands or something. They're like, we're going to be the biggest band in Pittsburgh.
Woo!
It's also, there's another like flop side of it. It's either I'm going to take over this city or I'm going to take over the entire universe.
Right. No one ever has some kind of like mid-achievable ground. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to take over the Midwest.
Besides kind of Doctor Doom, he wanted to just take over one country. It was a small country though.
Well, he successfully took over that
Yeah.
country and then used it for worldwide leverage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's you got to strategize in
He
that
did it well,
sort of way.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like use a Doctor Doom strategy. I think that's what the current president of our country is doing.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom strategy.
More Dr. Doom, less ska band.
Yes.
Yeah.
Donald Trump fucking hates ska. I'm gonna say a controversial thing. He does not skank. He knows nothing about a two-step.
The fiber of our reality is so broken that I could actually see this getting out there and then him being on TV like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I love ska.
Ska's not dead.
I'm always in the pits,
He just like
skanking away.
gets so like nitty gritty on things that do not like they don't even fall into his scope, and he
Oh, yeah.
feels the need to comment on them. It's like, why don't you go do your fucking job?
Thank God his brain hasn't been taken out of his body and put into a chihuahua's because we would never get rid of him.
Oh, yeah,
If he was cute and adorable, we'd be fucked.
Yeah, except he'd always be shivering. He would not like that. He'd be like, I do not shiver.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
me,
not cold at all.
This is me dancing.
I'm never cold.
Oh man, guys.
Fuck. Now I'm sad. Hey, I have a question. Can you be aggressively Jamaican?
Yeah.
I
When
feel
you're
like
not
he
Jamaican,
was.
you can be aggressively
Yeah.
Jamaican.
When you're Canadian, you can be aggressively
Yeah.
Jamaican.
Yeah, it really felt like he was like he wanted no questions asked about whether or not he was Jamaican when he walked into a room.
Yeah, because he just threw on a mon
Yeah.
at the end.
Yes.
The bones. That's from another
The
episode.
bones. What was the face melting ray that hit him?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's another piece of technology. It's
Yeah.
like, why don't you perfect that?
So if the clones can just drop everybody with a ray, which also doesn't get used during the fight.
Right. And also, when they put the ray on him, it makes his face go all weird. And then he's like, just has a headache.
Yeah, he's just kind of tied up.
Yes.
Which I thought that was going to shrink him. But
Which-
it doesn't.
See, that would have at least like connected them a bit.
Yeah.
Also, so they was the cannon always in their headquarters?
No, they move into their headquarters.
Why?
Because I guess okay, I only think this because they made a huge deal about the thermometer in the little hot tub. I just think the whelp didn't want to be cold in a unheated cave. He wanted to go somewhere that had central air and central heating.
And he also wanted to be high up. So we
Yes.
could point the ray out.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so that's what it was.
Yes.
Because like going back to the ska band, you're only caring about your city. It's like poking the Luchas is actually what stopped him. Like if he just didn't try to infiltrate them and just went to somewhere high up and shot the blazer,
Yeah.
tiny town. Instantly.
Yes.
But no, but by being like, hey, good guy, I've taken one of your people, they now know to stop him.
Guys, we got to make a gritty reboot of this. We could do a fan show of it. No one's going to call us out on it. Dan Clark, if you're listening, please,
Come on,
please
man.
message me back on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you're at. I can't find you on social media. I guess I could message you on Vimeo because that's the only place I've seen you.
He's hiding.
That's the guy who created this show.
It sounds like he's maybe the Chihuahua.
Ah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Dan Clark.
Damn.
I also wouldn't it be such a decadent treat to write for a show that had a formula so cut and dry to be like, I can do whatever I want as long as it fits this formula?
Oh, yeah. You guys should do that.
Yeah.
Just create a formula or just take this formula and just reskin it. Don't do wrestlers, do astronauts.
We could.
We could.
We could probably do it at the same level of production value too.
Yes, and then have a line at the top about why they don't have zero gravity.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
One quick line right up the
Yes.
front.
Or if we want to fit in the same extreme, do like skateboarders or BMXers.
Oh.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Whichever one is cheaper for you guys.
Yes.
Just
What about call center employees?
We got access to that.
Yeah, do it. Go for it.
All
Call
right.
center employees who moonlight as paramedics.
What?
Yes,
That does kind of sound like a show Dick Wolf would make.
definitely. Or a show from the Disney Channel.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It sounds like In a Heartbeat, but like an adult version.
Oh, so you know like all of the kind of Christian TV that I didn't watch. What's In a Heartbeat?
In a Heartbeat was just on the Disney Channel, and it was about teenage paramedics.
See, I viewed the Disney Channel as like too wholesome for me. So when I was a kid, I wouldn't watch things on it. So explain it?
Okay, it's kind of faded from my memory, and it wasn't on for very long, but it was like teenagers who were paramedics, and they saved lives. That's pretty much it.
Damn.
I've never heard of this.
It was pretty good.
Did it ever get like real?
Yeah.
Like,
From what I remember,
we got to do a
which is-
trach now.
I got a
We
little
have to wear
real.
gloves. AIDS.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. But it was the shows that I really watched were like Even Stevens and The Famous Jet Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, Famous Jet Jackson. Lee Thompson
Shia
Young.
LaBeouf?
Shia LaBeouf was on Even Stevens.
Okay.
So good. Famous Jet Jackson had Lee Thompson Young, rest in peace, Lee Thompson Young, who was my very first, like, very intense crush.
Nice.
I was like, oh my God, I've never felt like this before. Because he was so beautiful.
He was an attractive man.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was.
Yes.
Or I guess I should say he was an attractive teenage boy.
Yes. Yes.
But I was younger than a teen. So it's okay that I said that.
Yeah. I
It
think.
was an age appropriate crush at
Yeah.
the time. Yeah. Just like I think now, like everybody recognizes that Kevin from the Backstreet Boys is the hottest one. But back in the day, we were all like, Nick and Brian are the hot ones because they were more age appropriate crushes. Because Kevin is like a good 10 years older than all of them. But he's the hottest.
I have no idea. But can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Since you were into were you into like Christian media?
Oh, yes.
Did you ever watch Bible Man?
Yes.
Oh, okay. After Los Luchadores for this podcast, we're watching Bible Man. Would you like to come on?
Of course.
Yes.
I used to go to the Christian Family bookstore where there was some other girls who were in other girls, like I'm a girl. There were some people in a rival high school who were cute and worked at the Christian bookstore and were very Christian. And I would go there and flirt with them because I was safely under the nothing can happen. And then eventually one asked me out on a date and I was very uncomfortable and I didn't go through with it.
Oh, my
Ooh.
goodness.
So that's my life.
But then
Oh, they gave me Bible Man for Christmas. They gave me like the sword and like the
The breastplate. Yes.
thingy. Yeah.
that's so dope.
Yeah.
Yes, I consumed a lot of Christian media. My favorite musician was Rebecca St. James, who was like a Christian contemporary alternative rock chick.
Whoa.
Yes, and I fucking loved her. I think, upon reflection as an adult, I think I projected a lot onto her, and it was like more celebrity worship than it was like, I really love God. It was like, I like her, and she likes God, so I'll pretend to like God so that I can be like a person who she would like. Yeah.
Hey, if she has a Twitter, hey guys, tweet her and say Katie would like to meet her.
I've met her multiple
Oh,
times.
you have?
Oh, whoa. What's she like?
Okay.
She's nice. She's from Australia. She's on Fox and Friends a lot now. We would not be friends.
Okay. I was going to ask, what's her politics like? But
She is very conservative.
That's a very standard question on this show.
yeah.
What's their politics?
What's Rebecca? What are the politics of
do you
Rebecca
think-
St. James?
Turbine's politics is.
Turbine's libertarian.
You think?
Or he's whatever the Cottonmouth Kings are.
Who?
What? How do you not know who the Cottonmouth Kings are?
I don't know who that is either.
What? They're a rap group from California. All they do is talk about weed.
That could be any rap group from California.
Does sound like Turbine.
Yeah, whatever Cottonmouth Kings are, they've done songs with ICP.
I'm not sure Turbine isn't a member of Sum 41.
Oh yeah, that could be too.
Definitely.
Whatever Sum 41's politics are.
I think Sum 41 is they're probably Tea Partiers.
You think?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, no, they are pro-abortion.
They're pro-abortion. Every baby should be aborted. That's the truth.
They have that lyric in that song that's the dentist and my mom should have had an abortion. I used to listen to Sum 41 a lot.
Wait, the dentist and my mom?
Yeah,
is it?
implying that his dad is not
Oh, okay.
his dad.
Was it the one that goes, the dentist and my mom should have had an abortion? Abortion.
Yeah. We actually just played a clip of it. That wasn't. That was so spot on.
I remember,
That was the diving board music video, is what I remember it as.
Yes, it stuck in my head because I was like, no, as a kid.
My parents once, we didn't know what abortion was, and we were traveling to Florida going through the Bible Belt, and there were like anti-abortion radio ads. And my brother and I like started like joking on the ad, not on abortion. And my mom goes, you guys shouldn't be joking about that. Insert family friend's name here, had an abortion. That person did not have an abortion. They just had, because my parents asked a pediatrician, don't ask your pediatrician for therapy advice, what a therapist should be doing. If someone in your family, like a family group has transitions, well, you have kids, just explain that to them. Just say, hey, they feel more comfortable being a boy, they are a girl, that's what happened. My parents would say, hey, so-and-so, well, they thought your father in this industry wouldn't accept a woman in CAD, so they cross-dressed as a man and like proved their worth as a man, then said, hey, I'm a lady. So since a kid, I always thought my dad was sexist. I was like, well, why would they do that if my dad wasn't sexist? This is what a pediatrician told my parents.
So confused. Can you just walk me? What did they tell you?
So there was someone that worked with my dad, and the most influential person in my life. Got me into Sam and Max, got me into Star Wars Expanded Universe, into Baldur's Gate, all of these fantastic things. I knew them as, I'm not going to say their name, but I knew them as a man.
Okay.
And then didn't see them for maybe like 3 weeks. And then next time, there's a lady CAD designer. And they said, hey, that's so-and-so. They used to be so-and-so. They thought they couldn't make it in this CAD industry as a female, so they acted as if they were a man.
And then now have made it and are...
Yes, so now they're like, haha, actually, I'm a lady.
And what's the CAD industry?
Computer automated design.
Okay.
It's, like doing blueprints for really anything.
Okay. Wow, yeah, that is a confusing way to go about that.
Yeah, so I always thought, and it wasn't until I was like 19 or 20 that they said, oh, so-and-so, and I was like, what are you talking about? And my sister's like, wait, you didn't know that? And I was like, no, I always thought Dad was just sexist. And my dad's like, oh, boy.
Your dad was Ronnie Dangerfield.
So they just didn't know how to explain to you that somebody that transitioned.
Yes.
Right.
So don't just explain it.
Yes.
That would have been so much easier.
And then they made up an abortion story. That wasn't wrapped into this one?
Well, that's also another person.
Okay.
There were like 2 people in my life. So this could have been a fantastic learning point of saying, James, other people are different and they're still the same person. And I would have been like, oh yeah, absolutely. Like this community is great. Actually, it probably would have been bad for me because I would have thought all trans people were like, oh my God. So like, you're super into Baldur's Gate and PC RPGs. And they'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Hey, that's the only ones I know.
Fair enough.
As a child, I would have thought all of them were cool. So
well, that would be a win.
Yeah. Hey guys, just tell your kids that all members of the LGBTQ community, whatever, they're really into Baldur's Gate. God, Baldur's Gate gets brought up so much on podcasts. I do.
I don't know what that is.
It's an awesome RPG game.
It's a game that Matt Giordano, who worked at I don't know if you maybe know him, gave to me once. And I couldn't figure out how to install it on my computer. So I just lied that I installed it and played through it and gave it back to him. He was great because he was really into it. And he was like 3 years older than me. And I was like, I want to be cool. So I've never actually played it, but I had it at my house for like 6 months.
Was it the original or the new remastered version?
Oh, it was a long time ago. I don't know. I couldn't even install it. I can't tell you which one it was.
Then it was probably the old one.
Yeah.
They should have explained to you how to install it. Because it's from like 98.
Yeah.
On the Windows 98, I bet.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. You know about Windows 98, Katie.
I know all about Windows 98.
Oh, man, we loved Windows 98, but XP blew it out the park, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Windows Vista, no thank you.
No, thank
Windows
you.
7? Yeah. Windows 8 or 9, whatever it was.
What?
No.
Come on.
I
But
can't.
Windows 10, they knocked it out of the park again.
Yes. Windows 9 is sexist.
Go on.
I have nothing else to back that up.
Damn it.
Yeah, let's get into some more notes, and then we have a regular segment on this that we will ask you a question, Katie.
Great.
And then we'll get into these notes. I don't think I have a lot more.
The papers that what's his face, the guy who just sits in the lair all the time.
Lorette.
So Lorette at one point goes, I have all this research that says something, I forget what the research was referencing really, because I was so distracted by the fact that the stack of papers on a clipboard that he had literally nothing on it. And he was pointing to it, and we could all see that there was nothing on the paper.
It's that attention to detail that makes this show so special.
Yes.
Maybe he has contacts and he's writing in invisible ink.
Whoa. And then he's like, Turbine, pee on this so we can see it.
Or it's like that G-Unit video, Stunt 101. Yeah, I was confident you guys would be like, I don't know, James. At the end, the police go into where G-Unit's lair was. Then they're like, oh, there's nothing here. But then they flip a switch and it just turns on black lights and it shows all of G-Unit's plans, Stunt 101.
Boom, I guess.
Yes.
Produced by Mr. Porter, I believe, from D12.
So-
Producing is not a job,
It's not.
unless it's music producing.
Yes, music
According
producing.
to dads everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Music producing is a job. You should just, never mind.
Producers make the money. TSA is hiring.
Yeah.
That's what we know from our dads.
And TSA is a job so secure that you always get paid for it.
Oh, yeah. Never. Yeah. And you get to feel up a bunch of strangers with white blue gloves.
You want to know what? You should become a recruiter for the TSA. Then you are technically producing TSA.
I just went to the TSA. Can I tell you of a baffling experience that happened? So I was going through it, and the lady in front of me had this huge suitcase, right? Like just like like extra large, probably. If you have like one of those rolly things, I would imagine like it's the size of two of them. And the TSA comes up, and they're like, ma'am, you have to open this right here, or we can pull you into another room. Like very intense. So she opens it up and it is just filled with boxes of Ritz crackers. Like just Ritz crackers. And then the TSA just goes, these all Ritz crackers? And then she nods. They zip it up, send it through.
I would not have trusted it. I would not have trusted it.
Yeah.
I like to think that like there was a glitch in the Matrix, or like we were getting our software uploaded and whatever the simulation we're living in just kind of crapped out for a minute. That was supposed
Just
to be
specifically
something
right
else.
there.
Yeah, just right there. It just only loaded in the Ritz
Or
crackers.
she's a witch.
Maybe.
I hope so.
Did they take any of them out?
No.
What if she just had like a printout to like layer over it? And it just is a really detailed picture of rich cracker boxes. But if you just pull up that little panel, it's drugs.
I also
It's
wonder
just what was it called? The shrinking gack?
Vanguardia?
Vanguardia. She's just smuggling Vanguardia.
So on last episode you were on, the Don King in reverse, that guy. What do you guys think Dirk Layden would be?
I don't know.
No, it's not. It can't be something in reverse.
But he worked on me.
Dirk?
He walked on screen and I was like, all right.
That is the name of a porn character.
Oh yeah.
Dirk Layden. I don't know if like
not a specific one.
No. Hypothetical porn character.
Yeah.
Like, Dirk Layden, he's this like German dude with a big thick cock and
Dirk Layden's thick.
Yeah, and he just like unzips his pants and his cock just goes on the table in front of him.
It's like awkwardly dense.
Yeah. It's like the kind of dense where you're like, please no.
Stop hitting my table with your cock, Dirk.
I would also just like to put it out there that huge penises are terrifying and nothing to be proud of.
No.
Yeah.
I've discussed this on other podcasts that I would tell Nicole, I'd say, I wish my penis were a little bit bigger. And she'd say, no, please don't. And I was like, no, it's not because I'm not confident in my size. I just want it a little bit larger to terrify her. And she's like, no, why would you ever say that?
It's just the penis size debate is just something that y'all
This
dudes
is what people come here for.
Dudes, yes. Dudes, just like you guys are all marketing this lie to each other that is not something women care about, or people who want to have sex with you don't care who they are. People who want to have sex with you don't care about the size of your dick.
It just needs to be the right size.
And the right size is square shaped.
Yes. I was going to go rhombus, but...
Get out of here.
Oh,
I know this is your
man.
house. Only large rhombuses.
So you could never have it completely. Another person gave me this term. They said, because it's in a lot of fan fiction, do you mean sheathed? And I'm like, yes, I guess that would be. You can't have it all inside of something if it's like 13 inches long. That's terrifying.
Right.
Yes.
That's.
Have you guys seen Girls Trip?
I have not.
Oh, it is excellent. It is hilarious and perfect and so funny. There's this whole gag in it where one of the dudes that the lady wants to sleep with has a huge dick, and like Tiffany Haddish's character says, I think it's Tiffany Haddish's character. She says, you can just grapefruit it, where you stick a grapefruit around it and then you fuck him like on top of the grapefruit so that you cover his whole dick. And it did not work. So that's what I learned about big dicks from Girls Trip. It is a great movie.
I've heard that too. So once it hits Netflix, is it on Netflix?
It was on HBO.
I cut the cord, guys.
Damn.
I just have HBO Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I log into someone's HBO Go. Come at
what
me, HBO Go.
Yeah. They're not listening. HBO, please listen. Please listen.
They're making podcasts into TV now, so.
Yeah, HBO. Actually, we got an idea, gritty reboot of Los Luchadores.
Yeah.
Yes.
Puppies get murdered in it. That was one of the things we said, I think.
Oh,
right?
last episode? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Because,
Cool, because the dog almost eats it.
yes, every single episode, the whelp, they throw him off from something in the mech suit, and it's like, you don't know that he has an eject thing. Why would you assume that a dog would put an eject button into this mecha suit?
He's a evil mastermind dog.
They don't know that, so their intent is to kill this poor dog. Yes, it's evil, but it's still a dog.
Oh, a dog that was going to shrink the city or maybe replace everybody with clones.
But what if they didn't shrink the food, and then guess what? We solved world hunger.
Boom. Like Matt Damon's Shrink It, coming to theaters years ago.
Yes.
Yes, that movie looks very bad.
Size it? It couldn't be
Super
super
size me.
I want to say it's that, but it couldn't be that because that's the opposite.
Yes, I love that movie.
Yeah. It always makes me want McDonald's, though.
Not me.
So we're talking about wiener sizes, and
Yes.
we haven't gotten around to the greatest love story of all time. So how big is Turbine's dick?
I mean,
Who cares?
you never see the outline of it, which you should, but they could be taping it if it was a meaty guy. However, they don't. It's crazy how they make an effort, or they don't make an effort, because the dudes might just have nothing there. Or as someone on another podcast thinks I have a Ken doll crease because I don't think I'm a sexual being.
I can see that.
Thank you so much.
I used to think that's how dicks looked.
A Ken doll crease?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
me too.
that's weird.
Did you think like a vagina was a Barbie doll crease?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Even though I had one, and it's still something that I'm terrified of.
You're just like, I'm different. I'm not like Barbie.
I know. Yeah. I was a virgin until I was 27 years old after I had been divorced. So,
That is, we don't have enough time, but I would love to hear that story.
listen, I've told it
Katie
on.
needs a podcast.
If you would like to record a podcast here, go for it.
Noted.
All right. But I don't even know what I'm lost now.
So we were talking about Turbine's Ween Wee.
Oh, yes.
I actually remember from the movie they made about making the Batman 70 show that the actor who played Robin, they had an issue with his like wiener getting seen too much. And he claims, man, I don't know how true this is, and in the movie they made it seem like it was the thing, that they gave him dick shrinking pills that have affected his genitalia ever since, making him have like urinating problems and stuff. But That was like a whole like arc in this made-for-TV 70s movie.
Oh my.
Of the 70s Batman, yeah. So maybe they're doing that to Turbine.
Just make the pants a little longer.
I know. I kept thinking it the whole time watching that movie. Like, just put a thing over it.
Yeah.
Like, stop this. Don't make him have to wear a Speedo. And they're like, no, you got to shrink the thing.
It would have been so much easier. Yes, get like tight underwear, something.
There's something called a dance belt, which is what dancers who have penises wear. And he could have worn that.
Right. But no, they had to go medical. They were like, oh, the pills aren't working. Got to snip it.
Oh,
Weird.
Melzer,
Yeah.
get out of here.
All right. See you guys.
So we touched on the shrinking cannon. They couldn't call it a shrinking ray because rays aren't as extreme as cannons, and they gotta be extreme on this show.
Everything is.
Also, the TNT, the bomb made out of bones it had TNT bone, but he called them Mr. Bomb. And when the whelp sees Lorette, he calls him Mr. Island Man, which I think super offensive.
Yes.
I think he has to refer to things as misters.
Yeah, what?
Unless they're ladies and they're like, hey, toots.
Hey, baby.
You're
Give me some kibble.
Cat fight.
cat fight. I think of you as less than me and I'm a dog.
My first year of high school, I saw a cat fight. I saw two women fighting. And just for context, I'm like so small and like under not gone through puberty yet that everyone I'm walking through the halls is making fun of me for not being at the elementary school like nearby. So that's just some context. That's where I'm at walking down the hall. And then I see these two ladies start fighting and they're like, to me, like they're at least a foot taller. And it's the scariest fight I've ever seen. It's like the most vicious. And I also don't know what a weave is at this point. But in the middle of the fight, a weave comes flying out and lands like right in front of me. And in my mind, I saw someone get scalped. Like, I'm sure it still hurts to get that ripped out.
Yes.
But it just looked like that was part of somebody's head. And I really didn't want to go back to school.
There was a fight between two girls outside where like the buses line up in high school.
Well, that's
and
where
it
fights
was,
go down.
Yeah. It was so bad that along the walkway there was weave just all along it. And I was like, ooh, this was bad. And I loved when they ended up on YouTube. But then the school would say you have to take it down. I would just say, hey, I forgot my password, bro.
I feel like that's like a bygone thing.
I didn't, like when I was in high school, YouTube wasn't a thing. It came around when I was like towards the end of college.
But was MySpace? I mean, people were like uploading things to MySpace because we had a whole, like they made, some gals made a MySpace for another girl and it ended up going to court, whatever happened. I remember that being like a huge blowout.
There were a few girls that there was one specifically, I'll say her name, constantly got fake profiles made about her, and it was really fucked up.
That sucks.
Yeah. Like people would take her pictures from from her actual social media, make one, and then just like start messaging people.
Right.
Aw,
Yeah.
that sucks.
That girl, however, did like have like thong pictures on MySpace in 8th
Oh,
grade.
she was asking for it. You're right.
No, I'm not saying she was asking for it. However, this is what I'm saying. Whatever these people were saying in messages, I'm surprised anyone said, oh, this person who is balls out already out there, we could damage their reputation because this person seemed to not give a fuck. So
Good for her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just seemed like a weird target.
It was probably because she was like, here I am.
Yeah.
People were like, I'm going to fucking take you down.
Yeah, I think that probably having that kind of confidence attracts both like positive and negative attention, and the negative sour people are going to go crazy on it.
Especially, I think, when you're a girl and you display that you care, like don't give a fuck, then
Right.
people are like, well, fuck you.
Yeah, no, as a man, when I see that, I'm like, I got to shut this down.
Great, that's the right response.
We have a full system in place to keep this down. I'm going to activate it today.
I should probably blank out her last name.
Yes.
Or her full
Yeah.
name.
Yes.
Usually I'm fine. Like Brent Kovalchuk, what up? Or Mason Ocharzak, the reason why I have body dysmorphia.
Ooh, fuck that guy.
Oh, no, it's not his fault. He just would skateboard without a shirt on, and I would think that's how my body should look. Mason Ocharzak, I'm also describing a 13-year-old's body.
Ooh,
Pictures in the info.
yes. The musical Cats is why I saw my response to wanting to have control over my life and feel like I need to feel good is to have an eating disorder.
Katie is also head to toe covered in glued on fur.
Oh yeah,
We should bring that up.
I didn't say anything about it.
It's
Katie
how
just
I
said,
feel
"Hey, I'm
most-
Katie," and I was
yeah.
like, "This is the person on the podcast. Melzer vouches for him."
Yep.
Yeah. If somebody in The Sims was covered in head to toe glue on fur, nobody would say boo.
It's the perfect system.
Can you make a Cats type person in The Sims?
I believe so. You can make a person who walks around dressed as one of those blue ladies with the two like ponytail things on top of her head from Star Wars.
Okay, that's where I thought this was going, but I was like, I don't know where this
Twilight.
is going.
Yes.
Twilight.
Yes. You can make your sim look like that or have her dress as Princess Leia.
Cool.
I think I have one more note. They had Lobo when they were in the box. Turbine said, "Hey, you be the lookout while I do this thing on my comlink," instead of just Turbine looking out the little hole in their kennel box and him saying, "Hey, I'm going to do this."
He knows the importance of creating middle management positions. It's how you keep the worker down is you put yourself in between him and the task and say that you're in charge of it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wait, then who was creating the middle management? Lobo or Turbine?
Lobo
Okay.
like knows he's not useful and gets in between in this scenario.
I guess like Lobo kind of, besides his popularity, and I guess he's kind of a good detective.
Sure.
That's really all he brings to the team.
He's big.
Yes.
He's a waning celebrity, and he sees that there's like two prodigies who are like 15 doing what he does at his level, running around, and he knows his days are numbered, so he's got to like stay important. So he does things like get in between the hole that would let Turbine see what he has to be doing and just talk about it.
Yeah, because he knows he's past middle age because most professional wrestlers only live to like 60.
Right, yeah.
Because, hey, if you believe it's not real, how come they're all dying so early? It's sad. That's professional wrestlers, like for real.
That is sad.
They die young, but they fly high. Like a luchador. I think that's all I have. Oh, except Maria describes her perfect man, to be intelligent, handsome, and sweet. That doesn't really describe Turbine.
No.
Okay, well,
Turbine-
this kind of answers my question. Are you guys Team Derek or Team Turbine?
Derek? I'm team...
Is it Derek or is it Derek?
Derek?
Derek!
I'm team Maria, just be yourself.
Whoa.
I also think it's okay for a woman to exist on screen and not have to have a romantic interest. I know, it's
I
shocking.
can't believe you would say that.
I know.
You know this is recorded, right?
I'm going on the record.
Oh my God.
I know. Bold.
But, so as a prop with no love interest, what is she doing?
This feels so good.
It's like, maybe they can like, there's like a door that needs to be open. So they just kind of like wedge her in between it.
And they say, I'm independent.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys. Every single episode of Mostly Love and Lucha, we ask the guest, Melzer has already done this. If you were a luchador, what would your name be?
What are the rules for a luchador name?
Just whatever. What would your wrestling name be? There are no rules.
Okay, so I feel I identify with my social media tags, so it'd be generic brunette.
All right.
Ah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is
Would it be
world-class branding.
The generic brunette or just generic brunette?
Generic brunette.
Now,
Okay.
is this on Twitter, Instagram?
So Twitter and Instagram, baby. I know my brand.
If you had maybe a finishing move, what would it be?
It would be telling you the truth to your face
Yeah.
and not
Oh.
talking about you behind your back.
Melzer, what was your wrestling name?
It was Gucho Marks.
I just wanted you to say that so
I
Katie
forgot
would
what
hear it.
my move was.
I think it was...
I had a sock. I know
Yes,
that. Yeah.
it was... You guys said, it would just be like Groucho Marx, but I thought it would be like a talking gooch. So it's on top, it would just be like balls flapping around.
Yeah.
And on the bottom, it's just like a butt.
But then there's Groucho Marx' face in the middle of that. And I shoved that in your mouth until you submit.
But that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Wrestling.
wrestling.
I think that's it.
Great.
Woohoo!
Thanks for having
Oh my God,
us.
thank you.
Back at you, Katie. What do you have to plug?
Oh my gosh. Well, Muscular Clown has a digital series coming soon to digital airwaves near you.
Digital.
Yes, we also have a digital series called Street Wizard's Apprentice that is available on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And I have another digital series called Tree Hugger Comedy that is coming to all digital landscapes. Like it's coming to Instagram and Facebook and like also LinkedIn.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
At the beginning of March. Yes.
LinkedIn has video capability?
Yes.
That's insane.
Yes.
That's all I'm watching from now on is things on LinkedIn View.
I know. We're trying this new thing. I'm like, people like with money are on LinkedIn. Maybe they'll see our videos and they'll be like, here you go. Here's some money.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea. It gets to the people quicker.
Yeah. Gets to them people with the money quicker if it
People
shows
with
up.
money and people with nothing to do all day looking for jobs who are might sit around and watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any social...
Oh, and I'm on social media, Instagram and Twitter as Generic Brunette.
Nice. Melzer, what you got?
A couple of the same things that were already plugged. Street Wizard's Apprentice on Amazon. You should watch it. We're going to be releasing a web series that we just talked about called Todd Grobin's Going Away Party. Which,
When is that going
Shut
to be?
up.
I want to see the rest
This
of the episodes.
spring.
Sometime soon, okay?
Okay, good. The first episode for real is amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
thank
watch the
you.
first episode
Yeah.
on YouTube on Channel Flux's YouTube page.
God, it's so funny.
And pay attention to the bar set.
Because it definitely is the same, in
Same
the
bar,
next in the
the-
next episode.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the morph bots, the bots that morph
Yes.
on Vimeo. Watch it enough so I can convince people to do a second season.
Yeah, what was it? You said 10,000 views and then...
Yeah. I think that'd be a good amount for me to go to Brian and be like, please.
Guys, if you want Nicole and I to do some writing, Brian doesn't even need to write. All he needs to do is recite lines. We'll do it for free.
All right. Have it done by fall of next year.
Okay. Of next year?
Yeah.
That's all we need to do?
Mhm.
All right. Let us know what episodes you already used, and then we'll just go through and use the other ones. God, I would love that. I don't have a job. I mean, besides this and mixing other people, but yeah, I'll do it.
There is no money in it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool. Yay. More bots.
Also, I have mics here. If you guys want to record here,
Hell yeah.
I'm fine with that. When is that other project coming out that I did some music on?
Todd Grobin.
Todd Grobin.
Oh, is that Todd
That's
Grobin?
Yeah,
Todd
it's Todd
Grobin.
Grobin.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on Todd Grobin.
Yeah.
There's gonna
Oh.
be a Marshland Monster track.
I thought that was for a separate series.
No.
I thought you guys had a series called Sorcery. Can I say
Yeah.
Sorcery the Purchasing? I thought it was going to be an entire web series
Nope.
about that.
We have
Hell yeah.
one episode this party every episode, the web series basically every episode follows a different group of people at the same corporate party. So one of them follows the backroom Magic the Gathering in quotes. Our version of it is Sorcery the Purchasing, backroom game that's happening that has a lot of gambling stakes on it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The sales team is trying to win their work from home laptops to be
Yeah.
to be fixed.
And every episode's like a different genre. That one we tried to go Fast and the Furious. So it's just it just keeps escalating. It's, about a crime underbelly kind of thing, and it just
I'm
snowballs from there.
excited.
Cool, yeah.
Yes. I thought I was going to have to wait like another 6 months or longer.
You will not have to wait another 6
Yes.
months.
Yes.
Melzer.
What is time?
Time is made up, but also it is something that's real.
She's right.
This is why she needs a podcast.
All right, guys. We have a website now. It's like marshlandmedia.wixsite.com/MLM pod. I will have a link to that. There's a donate area. The only reason for this donate to be there, it'll be like a PayPal donation, is to buy a real domain name. It's unfortunately for this with Wix, you have to have like one of their paid services in order to link a domain name to it. It's like $11 a month. So we need the year thing, which is like $132. Help us out. Let us know. We also have a mostly Speak and Sentai Facebook group now where you guys can just talk about tokusatsu, talk about our show, give us questions. give recommendations to other people in the group of great shows to watch. Also, check out my other podcasts, This Movie's Gay, I'll Get There, What the Hell Mouth. They're all on the website that I talked about. So look into that. Donate, please. I don't have an income, guys, besides the 2 podcasts that record over here. If you're in Chicago and you want to record a podcast, or if you do music out of state and you need someone to mix it, I can do that as long as you Dropbox or Mediafire, whatever. As long as you can get those files to me and tell me the tempo. Please tell me the tempo. I know I can find the tempo, but that takes 2 minutes to do. It's so much easier just to do a Word doc and just put down hey, it's 38.8. That's a really slow tempo. I don't know what kind of music you're doing. But yes, I do that. It's very inexpensive. Let me know. All of that. Also, check out my rap music, which is going to be on Todd Grobin.
Yeah.
Woo! Marsh, Land, Monster. There's probably also on the website. I have to make an area for the music that we do. Yeah, guys, check those out. Also, check out Nicole's stuff, darlinghomebody.com, where you can find things like all her great crafts. She has these nice Zodiac Chinese acrylic charms that she drew of skulls from all the Zodiac.
Oh, sweet.
I'll show you guys that.
Yeah.
She also has Gigi Allen coloring books that her and I made. A bunch of great stuff. Also, mostly Sketch and Sentai, where we're drawing the Gorma creations that we make. And I think that's it. That's all I have to plug.
Woo!
Also, check out MorphBots. Oh, also at Duo Grunfox. You got to check him out on Twitter. He's a great fan. Also, _Tito. The Bots That Morph. Ranger Command, PH, PP Laythrough. That's actually P Power Playthrough. It's Power Playthrough. Or no, P Playthrough, not P Power Playthrough. That's too many P's. Don't go there.
PP poking.
Yes.
Poke those
guys,
P's.
Guys. That actually reminds me of something. If we get 500 5-star reviews on iTunes, I will record a video of me rapping completely naked and erect, and I will post it on Pornhub. 500 5-star reviews. We're at 12.
Come on, people. We can do this.
Yes, we're at 12 as of the time of this recording.
You're almost there.
Yeah. Oh, God. We also tell a friend about the fucking podcast,
Yeah,
guys.
fucking rubes.
Just convince a friend to listen to this, and then they'll convince a friend. That's how this grows, and eventually I won't need to ask for people to donate because we'll have advertisers. I hope someday trythecbd.com will be a sponsor of us.
Don't talk about them until they give you money.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, guys, if you're
Or
anxious,
talk about them so much that...
Yeah. If
they
you're
can't.
anxious and stressed out, just try CBD oil. Go to trythecbd.com. It's affordable. They also have plans for lower income people. I think you just have to fill out a form. If you fall under their stipulations, you can get cheaper CBD. Feel better about yourself. The only side effect of CBD oil is you are not anxious and stressed. That's it. It's a great side effect. I mean, at least for me. I'm not a doctor. Never claimed to be.
I am. And it's great.
All right, guys. Anything else?
Los Luchadores!
Yes. All right. And thank you guys very much for being on here.
Thanks for having
You
me.
guys are both fantastic. I've been James.
I've been Melzer.
I've been Katie.
And we've been
Mostly
Lovin'
Lovin'
Lucha. It's fine. I usually explain to people what to say, but we're good. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Anyone else like resting their nose on it?
Los Luchadores, the faceless heroes, Lucha Libre and Mascarados, Lobo Fuerte and Turbine together, meet Villanos, champions forever.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCullum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.